Today we're going to go over the France trip that's scheduled for Francis Marion University Alumni Travel. This tour is part of our Insight Vacations brand, and we welcome you to the art of touring in style. My name is Dawn Altimore, and I'm the Director of Business Development at the Travel Company. I do think before we start going through the day-by-day highlights, I think it's important to tell you a little bit about Insight Vacations and what the art of touring in style means for our passengers. As far as superior dining and dining choices, we have the opportunity to dine at local restaurants. Those include those local wines in the dinners. Plus, you will have premium comfort accommodations throughout the tour. While on tour, you're going to have some hand-selected experiences to really kind of entice you into those day-by-day itinerary and just get a full feel of France. As far as personal service, we have a wonderful reservation team that will be available to you to be able to book the tour, all the way through our tour directors and local guides and the motor coach driver that can really give you that personal touch for that day by day as we go throughout the itinerary. So this tour for France 2025, the U.S. departure date is April 20th, 2025, and your tour will start on April 21st. This is 8 days and includes 10 meals. You'll have that overnight flight arriving in Paris, and on arrival from the airport, we're going to have a one-group transfer that will take you over to that first hotel. Typically, you'll arrive in the morning in Paris. Most of the accommodations have a general check-in time at like 3-4 p.m. So there will be some free time. So kind of that city is yours to explore. You will meet back up with the tour manager at right around 5:30 p.m. at that hotel. That way that tour manager will also give you some details, making sure that you know what time. But we estimated it be about 5:30 that you need to be back at the hotel in order for us to do the welcome dinner. So that evening we'll do that welcome dinner, and we will go to a local Paris restaurant that will feature cuisine with fresh homemade recipes and of course wine with dinner. On day 2, we're going to follow the River Seine to Rouen. This is the capital of Normandy. It is known for the land of Impressionism and inspired by many artists. This town has, especially if one of you heard is one of the artists is Monet. You'll have a chance to see the ancient Gothic cathedral here. That is the subject of many of Monet's masterpieces, as well as we'll have a chance to see the modern church that commemorates the burning of St. Joan of Arc in 1431. Later that afternoon, we're going to travel to the harbor town of Honfleur. This town is beautiful. It has a lot of little colorful shops dotting all over the roadways here. It's a big highlight for the tour. In France, it's very famous for its seafood. And that night, we're going to overnight in Deauville. On day 3, we will make our way out to have an emotional journey this day. So we'll step back to June 6, 1944, and have a chance to walk the grounds where thousands of soldiers landed on the beaches of Normandy. We will include 3 of the beaches: Juno Beach, Pointe du Hoc, and Omaha Beach are the 3 beaches that we will explore. We'll have a chance to visit the American Cemetery and Memorial. This actually sits on a cliff that overlooks Omaha Beach. It contains 9,388 grave sites. So on day 4, after breakfast, FMU has arranged a visit to Caen Normandy University. So you'll have the morning there at the university. And then that afternoon after lunch, we're going to continue along the Emerald Coast to Saint-Malo. A local expert is going to take us around the city and have an exploration of the city of Corsaires. That evening, if you're interested, there's an optional to go to Concale, which is known throughout France for its oyster beds. There's dinner included into that option. So if you're interested, you'll be able to take that optional tour. On day 5 in the itinerary, after breakfast, FMU has set up another visit to ESC Rennes School of Business. You have a chance to spend the morning there at the university. And then later that afternoon, we're going to make our way out to Loire Valley. And in Loire Valley, we actually have a 2-night stay right in Loire Valley. On day 6, we're going to spend the morning with a local expert and visit the Ambras Royal Chateau. This is known for King Francois and where he hosted Leonardo da Vinci here. Leonardo da Vinci's tomb is located here, and it's now lies in a chapel on the grounds, so we'll have time to explore the chateau. Later in that afternoon, you're going to visit a local winery where a vintner is going to guide you through a wonderful wine tasting. On day 7, on our way back to Paris, our first stop is the town called Chartres. This is a beautiful, stunning small town. We'll have a chance to visit the Roman cathedral here that's dating back to the 13th century. It's a very famous cathedral. It houses a piece of the tunic that is said to have been worn by the Virgin Mary. And it also has beautiful, remarkable stained glass windows, as well as many sculptures all throughout the church. We're going to make our way back to Paris. On that afternoon, we will arrive there probably early afternoon. You'll have some free time to do any last-minute exploration of Paris. And then that evening, we will do our farewell dinner that'll celebrate our last night together in a Parisian bistro here. And of course, you'll have some wonderful food and wine to kind of cap out the tour. Day 8, that morning, it's kind of time to say au revoir to France. What's included in this tour? You have 7 breakfasts, 3 dinners with wine, audio headsets for flexible sightseeing. So if you haven't had a chance to travel with us before, these audio headsets are fantastic. It's kind of an earpiece, so you can hear the tour director or the local guide talking to you as you walk around and see the beautiful sights. Luxury air-conditioned coach. We do have Wi-Fi on our coaches, cherry-picked hotels, as well as all the porterage tips and charges at hotels, restaurant, gratuities, and local taxes are all included into that price. You'll see the must-see sites and some surprise extras from the tour director as you go throughout the tour. You have an expert travel director, very experienced in France, as well as a professional driver. Kind of cap off this tour is $3,200 per person. That's based on double occupancy. If you choose to travel as a single, it's $675. That's a single. That is very limited. We only have a few that are on the tour, so those have to be done by request. The deposit for this trip is $500 per passenger. So for more information or to book, please contact FMU Alumni Affairs, or you can email the Travel Corporation at mygroup@ttc.com. And please note the booking number when you do email, and the booking number is A694732.